What's up, everybody? This is Edmund Low here, and check this out. Alright, not sure if you can see it, but I just took this online exam the other day, and I had gotten the Facebook certified badge over here. So this is for the Facebook Certified Digital Marketing Associate. And what I'm going to do in this video is that I'm going to share with you my experience taking the online exam and perhaps some tips on how to ace this online exam if you are considering to do the certification program with Facebook themselves. And maybe the next question is this something that you should do or not? Okay. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm just going to address a few questions in proper order. And the first one is, what is a Facebook Blueprint certification? Now, if you go check out their official website, it basically explains that this exam helps you stand out in your field. Facebook awards credentials to individuals who demonstrate advanced level proficiency in various aspects of digital marketing with Facebook products. So yeah, that's a very textbook academic explanation. Now, chances are you might have heard of it, or if you are a digital marketing agency or you would like to be one, and sometimes you might be concerned if people will be worried about your certification or whether you're really qualified by Facebook themselves. Now, as someone who's been spending quite a bit of money on Facebook advertising, especially in the last 12 months alone, we spent a high six figures in our own money, not counting our clients, on Facebook advertising alone. What I can tell you is that I'll just be very upfront about it. The certification program is not a requirement, okay? In fact, I don't believe in certs, I'll put it that way. And nothing trumps real life experience. And the reason why I was able to ace this exam rather fast, I did it in under 20 minutes and I scored 873 out of 900 score. That puts me up in the 97th percentile. Okay, I feel good saying that, and yes, it is a feel-good badge. I can put it on my websites, I can put it on my presentations and things like that. But the thing is, you know, the reason I'm able to do that and successfully complete the exam that way is because of the years of experience that led up to it. And there are two ways you can go about doing it, okay? First one is you can try to learn it academically, and they do have an online course out there, but to be very frank, it's rather generic. It's written in a very academic manner, and even if you memorize the whole thing, you're not going to understand. So I would still highly urge that you go with the second option, and that's just to go through the experience, okay? You don't need the cert necessarily at all. In fact, like I said just now, it's a feel-good bonus. It's a good bragging rights badge you can put on your website, your sales page, in your presentation maybe, or sometimes you might have that pesky person that ever question your credibility and ask you stupid questions like, do you have a cert or not? You can just say yes, shut up, and just move on with it, okay? So that's kind of like my take on it, all right? So if you are totally new to Facebook advertising and you're considering the certification, this might sound counterintuitive. I'm just going to tell you as it is. It's better off that you leave it for later, all right? Don't need to go through the certification. It's just a feel-good factor. The exam only tests you on your knowledge and theory, and that's all there is to it. Does it mean that it's a yardstick for your success? Absolutely not, okay? So why did I take this examination is because I decided, you know, to be very frank, I've got a bit of free time over the weekend, and I thought just, you know, just get the itch over and just be done with it, okay? So yeah, all right. Now, despite everything I've explained to you and you think that you really want to do this, then you might ask me, Edmund, I have the time and I want to do it. Okay, cool. Edmund, do you have anything to share, all right? How's the process like? Now, although Facebook has already detailed out the step-by-step process, and I'm not going to share with you or expose any questions whatsoever because I have already agreed not to, but I guess there are some things I can share with you in terms of the process. Now, this was quite interesting because the way the exam is done, it's all done online. They have this proctor, all right, or what we'll know in simple English as the online examiner, who actually sees you through your laptop's webcam, all right? They are able to see you, and the way they communicate with me was through a chat box, all right? You're not going to actually see them, but they can see you, and you have to treat it as if you would go for any other exam. So if it's been a long time since you last been in school, you might want to try to recall the last time you went in school and took the exam, where your table has to be clear, no phones, no drinks whatsoever. It's really strict. You cannot look away, like, you know, like bend away from view like that. They can actually disqualify you from the exam. So it's really strict. And to my limited knowledge, only Facebook is doing that right now. Google is not doing it. So I guess when you pass, or if you pass the exam from Facebook, there's a bit more perceived value in earning that compared to maybe a Google certificate. But that's just from my limited knowledge that I'm seeing here right now. Okay, so now, despite my years of experience with digital marketing and my foray into Facebook ads before this as well, I took no chance. What I did is that I went through the Facebook Blueprint course. Not all, but I'd say most of it. I recommend that you do that as well in your free time while waiting for the exam. So I scheduled my exam 2 days from the time I made the purchase, and I purchased the 100-101 as an associate. So that's a very foundational level. Okay. I recommend everybody starts that if you really want to do this. So what happens here is that I booked my exam 2 days from the time I made the purchase. So that gives me 2 days to just take a look at their online course. It's all free. I'll leave the links below this video. And what I found interesting was that the way it's worded, again, like I said, it's quite academic. All right, very academic. Back in school, you answer those mathematical questions like, John has an e-commerce store, he wants to reach out more people, what must he do? And then it's a multiple choice question. So yep, it's all multiple choice. That makes it a little bit easier. And yeah, there you go. All right. So there's a lengthy message or instructions on how to prepare for it. I recommend you go through it. So you will want to do it in a distraction-free environment. So fortunately, I stay alone, so I don't have to worry about that. But if you stay with family members or somebody else, or you have pets, you might want to make sure that you are free from any distraction whatsoever. Silent your phone, or at best, turn it off. All right. And they give you about 1.5 hours to complete this exam. I did mine in under 20 minutes, but I still recommend that you do not rush through the questions, because you only have one chance to review all your questions and answers before you submit. All right. And maybe for some of you, if English is not your first language, then it might be a little bit difficult. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm not saying that the exam itself is difficult, but sometimes you might want to be sure that you really understand the question and the answer. So don't rush it. There's no competition going on. You have 1.5 hours anyway. So don't be fast if I told you I did mine in 20 minutes. If you take 40 minutes or an hour, so be it. You only need to take it once anyway. And like I said, this thing cost $49 US when I bought it. But when I checked out the other YouTube videos or maybe some older pages, they seem to mention that this used to go for higher, like $150. So I'm not sure whether I got in at a special discount or they decided to drop the price. I do not know. But just be mentally prepared. One thing is for sure, that this is a paid exam, so you want to take it seriously. I got in at 49 USD, but just be prepared. It could be 150. I do not know. Okay, so any other tips to prepare for the exam? Again, I cannot spoil the questions to you. All I can tell you is if you have been doing it for years, spending for clients, spending it for yourself, then I say you've got a good chance at acing it. The passing score is 700 out of 900, so that's pretty okay. All right. And all I gotta say though is, yes, the whole thing is written in very academic English. How many times have I said that? So just be prepared for that, okay? Do not underestimate anything nonetheless, even though I found it easy. I think I had the right attitude, and that was not to underestimate anything. So I just went through the online course. There are some simple quizzes that Facebook itself posed to me as well, and I answered them. And at least I got a good hang out of it, okay? And the reward is you got a little bragging rights badge that you can put on your website. You can put in your sales page, you can mention in your seminars, you can put in your webinars. And the people that don't know it any better, they think it's like a very super wow factor, okay? And they do have some advanced courses now. From what I checked out in the other reviewers and other advertisers that took the advanced courses, they claim that it's a lot more difficult. So like I say, we're not here to underestimate anything. But as far as foundation goes, it's quite possible. For me, it was a walk in the park. Like I said, that put me in the 97th percentile. But again, Every individual is different, okay? So that's my experience in taking the Facebook Blueprint certification. If it's something that you want to do, then yeah, go for it, okay? But again, it is by no means an indication that you're going to be successful, you're going to be profitable with Facebook ads. For that, I can see why there's still a market, a huge market for third-party digital marketing courses, and I do provide my own as well, all right? To tell you very bluntly, you can't expect to go to facebook.com, read their online course and expect to get successful with Facebook ads. It's just inadequate, to be very frank, and after seeing it myself, I realized that it's only a very textbook explanation. So yeah, there you go. All right, so my name is Edmund. Thanks for watching. Hope this helps you, and that's my experience in taking the Facebook Certified Blueprint Digital Marketing Associate course. All right, hope you find this useful. If you wanted to go for it, yeah, feel free to, okay? Be my guest, and you take care.